Dun 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 dun. Hey everybody, this is TruePowerIsMine and this is TPIM SR Live. I'm actually in the quiet room, guys. The only thing in here with me is a phone, um, a table, and silence. The kids are up front, so this should be a quieter interview than normal. On the line with me right now, I have a confidential informant. For their protection, we're not going to use names, but we're going to discuss some very interesting goings-ons as of late. Informant, could you describe to the people the effort was taken for you to get the latest videos that I posted?
Sure, and thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it. And I thought it might be kind of important for you to know. But yesterday I got the notice about the video which you posted concerning LGBT and COVID-19.
Yes.
And so, it wasn't maybe 20 minutes later, I started looking for it, online, or I'm sorry, not online, but YouTube. And it was weird because I never saw the video, and the only thing that came up was the previous video that I'd already watched. I'm like, what's going on with that? And so I got busy doing other things, and lo and behold, I'm watching a couple programs, different channels this afternoon, and your video pops up. And I'm like, this is the one I was looking for yesterday. So I figured I should give you a call and let you know about it. I don't think they're getting their videos up. They're definitely not getting them up on time, even after you've been noticed. And, it's happened a few times. I'm just realizing that it's actually a thing.
You see, this is what I've been talking about over and over again. I know this show is being monitored, by the Alphabet crew. It is. That's just the reality. But the point is, why, if it's so like pretendo or imaginary or fictitious, why then do we need to take these extra efforts to block average men and women from receiving the information? That's what kills me. And it's like I get reports from all over the world, not just the United States. This is going on in the UK. It's also going on in China. But we understand the folks that listen to the show from China, they have to go through VPN routers and to hide their IP and shit because China has the Great Wall over there, the Great Firewall rather. But when you did see the video with Dr. Short, DRS1, correct?
Yeah, so I hadn't finished it yet, but yeah, it's on.
Now, the doctor in that video made a startling, and mind you, that video was made off the cuff. I talked to the doctor like 20 minutes before we actually went live. And I said, doctor, I told him about this dream that I've had. And I said, with your research and your ability, is there any way, to see if this premise of mine is correct, that people who are gay or bisexual or transgender have more of a risk with this COVID-19? And he said, brother, that's an interesting question. 5 minutes later, he starts shooting me over article after article after article after article. I'm like, holy, nobody in the media ever, in closing, you want to say about any other situation?
Well, hey, you're doing a great job, man. All I can do is thank you. I don't even look at TV. I just kind of tune in to shows like yours. And I wish more Black people would. This thing that we have called the internet and the ability we have now to broadcast to each other, they're working on it. And they're going to stop it from happening at some point.
Right.
So we, as a people, are going to have to communicate to one another. Like we did during the old times, when I'd sit down and visit each other, talk about things, carry that message on to the next family. Otherwise, we're not going to make it.
So it's a message of unity.
A message of unity, a message of, a lot of people are ill-equipped, like you said, not even prepared for anything. A lot of people are just rolling around now like it's nothing. And listening to Dr. Short, I realized that it's probably not a good idea to ignore this. And
no, it's not. It's not wise to ignore this because you will not be ignored by it.
No, No, it's counting on you.
Mm-hmm. Quite literally, we're chickens in the chicken coop. And you keep on playing games. Oh, Master's taking our eggs and he's gonna incubate them in the house. That motherfucker making scrambled eggs. Oh, Master took Uncle Joe, but he took him over there and gave him a bath. He was blanching those feathers off Uncle Joe and about ready to have a chicken dinner. Now you keep on lying and keep on believing the liars, or think for yourself and realize you need to pack the fuck up out of here somehow.
They have literally created the definition of manhood for us. So if we're in any way thinking that we're becoming a man by modern day standards, then we are going to end up gay. We'll all end up gay. Gay men, gay black men. They're going to come after your kids. That's another thing we need to realize. It doesn't have to affect you. They're going to wait. They have a lot of time. They've been doing this for centuries. They'll get your kid. They probably already have him if your kid has a TV in his room or has a cell phone. That's who they're marketing to. So they already got you, by the wallet. Mm-hmm.
And by the mind.
Let me tell you this before I go. So there's a book that I read that was written by, and I don't know if people understand, but government employees, a lot of them, how many people know a government employee? They should turn to each other and ask, because there's thousands and thousands, if not millions of government jobs, but they're all taken up by relatives of the people that are in offices now, in these high offices. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're loyal. That's why information doesn't get out. But some of these people have, they have a conscience. And when they retire, they're writing books. And some of them have done documentaries on YouTube or internet. You may not be able to find them, but there's a lady named Charlotte Isabeth. She wrote a book and did a documentary about how the systems that we are involved in now were designed in Germany by Nazis. She goes through thoroughly and holds up documents, everything, to explain that the school system that we're in originated in Germany. Everything that we're doing is originated in Germany. She is descendant, and most of these people are related. So this is why you're not getting a government job that means anything,
Right. You can be a cook. You can be a janitor.
They'll do it to satisfy the ratios or what have you. So enough of us are out there.
Yes, everybody. Thank you for listening. Today, hopefully we went over some things that will help you and perhaps even get you to do your own research. So live your life of integrity without hate, envy, or greed. And as always, brothers and sisters, please, 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 let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, dignity and respect, liberation. I'm out.